Man, you already know what the fuck is going on. Hopefully that was too soon. That wasn't too soon to say that, man. We posted up, man. We got some crazy news coming out of mother freaking LA at this damn moment. There's a lot of crazy stuff basically going on.
This time in
we're gonna tap into it right now, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We tapping into all this right now. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on at this moment. Oops, my bad. We got a lot of craziness going on at this moment, man. I don't know why that's showing. Man, we posted up. We posted up. We live. We alive right now. We gotta tap into this news for David. I'm gonna play this.
Now to more breaking news, this time in Hollywood. NBC4 Investigates is learning about a gruesome discovery in a tow yard. Gordon Takumatsu is live at the scene with what was found and what investigators are revealing so far. Gordon.
Well, Annabelle, the building you see behind me is the headquarters of a company called Hollywood Tow. Take a look.
We got some crazy situation basically going on right now. If you just tuning in, imagine being an R&B singer and getting caught for a whole body, bro. Like, it honestly is something that I never would have expected. The Fortnite King himself apparently caught a body. We finna tap into this right now. I would have never expected this, man.
Now to more breaking news, this time in Hollywood. NBC4 Investigates is learning about a gruesome discovery in a tow yard. Gordon Takumatsu is live at the scene with what was found and what investigators are revealing so far. Gordon.
Well, Annabelle, the building you see behind me is the headquarters of a company called Hollywood Tow. Take a look. Right up there on the rooftop is where some cars are parked, and that is where the investigation is happening right now. News Chopper 4 over the lot a short time ago to show us what is going on. Clearly visible, a tent where detectives are gathering and cataloging.
Find that, bro. Like, what? That doesn't even make no sense to me at all.
Now to more breaking news, this time in Hollywood. NBC4 Investigates is learning about a gruesome discovery in a tow yard. Gordon Takumatsu is live at the scene with what was found and what investigators are revealing so far. Gordon.
Well, Annabelle, the building you see behind me is the headquarters of a company called Hollywood Tow. Take a look. Right up there on the rooftop is where some cars are parked, and that is where the investigation is happening right now. News Chopper 4 over the lot a short time ago to show us what is going on. Clearly visible, a tent where detectives are gathering and cataloging evidence, and close by a gray Tesla with Texas license plates with its front hood open. If you know about Teslas, the hood is the larger storage compartment in the front of the vehicle. A dark-colored bag can be seen inside. We believe this to be the car in.
Bro, imagine getting put in the damn frunk, bro. Like, what do you have got going on in your life to put someone in the damn frunk, bro? Like, it makes zero sense going on right now.
Question. LAPD homicide detectives telling us the car was impounded from an undisclosed location in Hollywood after someone reported it abandoned. It was towed here to the impound lot where workers noticed a bad odor and called police to investigate.
Well, we were notified this morning, and the car's been here for a couple of days. After investigators made entry to the car, they found what appears to be the remains of a human being.
Bruh.
At this point, this is officially being called.
This is honestly crazy, bro. Like, this is like a world famous R&B star that basically apparently like murked somebody. Let me move this up. And they're saying that they found his body. They don't even understand where.
After someone reported it abandoned. It was towed here to the impound lot where workers noticed a bad odor and called police to investigate.
Well, we were notified this morning, and the car's been here for a couple days. After investigators made entry to the car, they found what appears to be the remains of a human being.
Like, my whole question number one, if you're just tuning in, basically D4VD, David, let me see, D4VD, this guy, he basically got, I don't know if he got caught is the best word to say, but like, they found a body in bro's whip, bro. Like, and honestly, I was thinking like someone could have stolen a Tesla or something like that, but it just doesn't make any sense. What's good? What's good, Slime? What's up, Kenny? We posted up, man. Man, tell me y'all seen this whole situation basically going down, bro. Like, who out here randomly having bodies in the whip, bro? Like, who running around with bodies in the damn whip? Who really moving like this?
At this point, this is officially being called a death investigation, not a homicide, but that could change.
Bro, and bro's on tour right now, man. Like, who out here?
Captain Peters there says there are other possible reasons that have to be investigated before it can be determined if the person was actually murdered or not, but he did not elaborate. He also would not release details on the person's identity, including gender or age or the neighborhood where the car was.
Someone please tell me too, like, why is this such like a hushy thing, bro?
Abandoned. At this point, we are waiting for the coroner's office to send a van here so that crime scene investigators can wrap up their investigation here as well.
Bro, like the craziest video to me was like this video here. Cause bro, someone could have easily lent a. That's what I was thinking too. Like I was thinking that someone could have easily lent a car. Like he gave the person a car. But my whole question is like, what's up? Like Teslas and shit. Like if you listen earlier in this too, like bro actually says like that it was from an undisclosed location. So it like. You apparently, when you have a Tesla, you can know exactly where your car is. And people are saying that he like reported his car stolen. But like they're saying they don't even know where they got the car
A dark colored bag can be seen inside. We've opened. If you know about Teslas, the hood is the large.
Bro, they didn't even put him in the trunk. They put him in the front.
Larger storage compartment in the front.
Which also has me thinking that it's like a baby or something.
We learned
we are still waiting to learn more about the victim found inside the trunk of a car at a tow yard in Hollywood.
Police say the strong stench triggered the investigation. And Nowadays News reporter Sophie Flay is live near the scene where we learned the car is registered to a multi-platinum artist. Sophie.
Yeah, David, Giovanna, that's right. The LAPD tells us they are still in the very early stages of this investigation. But that tow yard, it's behind me here. And we've seen patrol cars coming in and out all day. We spoke to residents in the area who say they are in shock.
I've got more questions than I have fear right now.
Decomposing human remains found in a bag inside a Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard. Los Angeles police responding after reports
it was
of
on
a
the
foul
top
smell
floor too. So, but like obviously they put it in the tow yard
coming from the car. Eyewitness News confirming that vehicle is registered to 20-year-old singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke.
They did bro so dirty in this video. I'm gonna skip ahead because bro, like, what the freak?
It's a lot. It's just a lot.
Los Angeles police made the gruesome discovery Monday, but says the impounded car had been parked at the tow yard for 2 days after it was abandoned on a street in the neighborhood. Police saying,
so that's the thing. They said that it was abandoned on the street in the neighborhood, bro. Like, that makes no sense to me because, like I said before, your Tesla, you know every single location that it has. There's cameras all surrounding the entire car and everything like that. So it really just has me wondering, like, I don't think that he did it personally. Like, I made a video on this whole situation, and I personally think that someone that he knew, like, borrowed it, and then he basically, like, but imagine knowing someone that crashed out like that, bro. Like, I don't know a single person that would just kill someone in my whip and then leave it. You got to be around complete crash outs, unless it's just like a family member, which would
the victim found inside the front trunk had been dead for some time.
But the first thing that goes through my head is that I'm going to be watching the series on Netflix in like a year. Like, this is a big deal.
The singer has more than 33 million monthly listeners on Spotify, known for his viral hits Romantic Homicide and Here With Me.
And then, like, another thing with, like, the news coverage that I feel like was low-key kind of, they did him dirty, bro, is the fact that, like, they named Romantic Homicide the very first thing. Like, that's his song and stuff like that. I can't play that. Can't have no news coverage on there.
ABC News Live 2 weeks ago.
Touring is like
the best thing you can do as an artist because you're seeing your listeners in real life and in real time.
We've reached out to David and his reps for a comment, but haven't heard back.
It's in the game now, and
Now, the singer hasn't posted anything on social media and has actually
I
restricted.
personally think too that his lawyers are doing him so dirty, bro. Like, your lawyers are terrible if they're out here not having you like issuing some type of statement. Like, you gotta be issuing a statement because it might look good in the sense of the law to not say anything, but it looks terrible for your credibility. It looks terrible for everything that went on.
Restricted the comments on Instagram, but as I mentioned, he is on tour and he is scheduled to perform tonight in Minneapolis.
We are still waiting to learn more about the victim found inside the trunk of a car at a tow yard in Hollywood.
Police say the strong stench triggered the investigation, and Eyewitness News reporter Sophie Flay is live near the scene where we learned the car is registered to a multi-platinum artist.
It's like
Sophie.
the same thing. They just been playing this, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I can't even believe this, man. Like, decomposing body. Like, they just said that it was his whip and stuff, and then they didn't say like anything else. Like, they didn't like try to like justify like, oh, it could have been someone else. Like, these dudes do not care. If it wasn't him, then the news is just making him look so dirty, bro.
Trunk of an impounded car parked in a Hollywood tow yard.
Mario Ramirez has been following this story all morning. He has the very latest there. Mario.
Hey, good morning. And it was workers here at Hollywood Tow on Mansfield Avenue who noticed a strong odor coming from that vehicle where human remains were found, a decomposing body. And we're getting new details about this gruesome discovery. Take a look. We're learning that the vehicle involved is linked to Grammy Award-winning singer David, whose full name is David Anthony Burke. TMZ this morning reporting that Tesla registered in Hempstead, Texas to the singer who gained popularity in 2022 after his singles Here With Me and Romantic Homicide went viral on TikTok. Now, that Tesla seen in video.
I don't know if the car like being registered in Texas is like has something to do with it, but I feel like it definitely makes it crazy, bro. You know he's something when even his security guard is
being removed from the parking structure here of the tow yard once it was cleared. According to LAPD investigators, the body was found stuffed inside the front trunk.
Someone also tell me
of the Tesla. Officers got the call.
They put the body in the front. Like, that's just complete disregard for life at that point. Like, not saying I'm gonna ever kill someone, but if I do kill someone, bro, it's gonna be like I'm gonna put the body in like the regular trunk.
Around noon Monday, when workers reported a strong odor coming from the vehicle, and when LAPD opened it up, they found human remains sealed in a bag. The car with Texas license plate, investigators say, was towed from the Hollywood Hills area after it was reported abandoned last week. And Fox 11 spoke with one of the tow yard workers about that discovery. 11 spoke with one of the noon Monday, when workers reported a strong odor coming from the vehicle, and when LAPD opened it up, they found human remains sealed in a bag. The car with Texas license plate, investigators say, was towed from the Hollywood Hills area after it was reported abandoned last.
See, I've seen mad people online say that the car was reported stolen, but the car was reported abandoned. That's a big thing. Like
last week, and Fox 11's in a bag.
Like, he doesn't even know, or you would have to be like a certain type of crazy to just be like that type of crazy that you kill someone and then go on tour. I don't take him as the type of person that's that successful to do that and throw away his career. But they're saying that, bro, whoever had it left the car abandoned, bro.
The car with Texas license plate, investigators say, was towed from the Hollywood Hills area after it was reported abandoned last week. And Fox 11 spoke with one of the tow yard workers about that discovery here.
I heard about it earlier. I heard about it, and it was, I don't know, it's pretty shocking, you know? So it's a tow yard. So I heard about it.
So this is the tow yard worker. And he basically said, this is what he has to say.
And it was, I don't know, it's pretty shocking, you know? So it's a tow yard, so LAPD's tow yard, so. I was here this weekend, so, I don't know. I know there's cars upstairs, a lot of them, so.
Yo, bro, so that's all you had to say?
I know there's cars.
No offense, but like, you know.
Upstairs, a lot of them, so.
You got a crazy ass.
Bro, and we've been reaching out, checking with LAPD homicide.
I don't know. I know there's cars upstairs, a lot of them, so.
Car car in question.
And we've been reaching out, checking with LAPD homicide detectives this morning, not commenting on that Tesla being registered to the singer David, who is set to take stage in Minneapolis as part of his world tour that began last month. And back out here live right now, we can tell you the LA County Coroner's Office is working to determine the exact cause of death and the identity of that victim. For now, that's the latest here in Hollywood. I'm Mario Romero.
Let me know, chat, what y'all think. Do you think that he let someone borrow the car? Or do you think that he, I don't know, like, do you think that he let someone borrow the car, or do you think that he's like a homicidal maniac going around killing people? Like, personally, I'm not 100% sure. These are some crazy ass news clips, bro. Like, this looks really bad. This looks like terrible.
A decomposing body found in the trunk of an...
Mario Ramirez.
Man, this looks honestly really, really bad. Like, I just pray for whoever body it is, but like, I don't know what type of body would honestly fit inside of the trunk is a thing to me. I do like a little rundown and shit on this. But like, whose body is fitting in a frunk? If you ever driven in a Tesla, I've driven a Tesla before, and the frunk didn't even fit my my suitcase. So if a front trunk isn't even fitting a suitcase, then who exactly is in this?
Until the Fortnite R&B singer catches a body. It's been a crazy year for and it's all fun and games until the Fortnite R&B singer catches a body. It's been a crazy year for singer-songwriter David. From being a part of a successful world tour to being featured over and over again in Fortnite's global championships, it seemed like the sky was a limit. Until today, some crazy news came out about a body apparently being found in a Tesla that was impounded in his name in Los Angeles, California.
How you go from being like the Fortnite poster boy to like catching bodies and shit? But I want to jump to another whole situation that's kind of ongoing, because this is crazy.
California. New details emerging in the investigation of a body found inside an impounded car in Hollywood.
That's right. The LAPD says that car is registered to a known singer known for his popular songs on TikTok.
How could a TikTok singer known for his song Romantic Homicide be possibly involved in an actual homicide is a crazy question.
And in the news, bro, it was crazy how they continuously were like literally saying over and over again that he made Romantic Homicide. Like, I just gotta mention that. Like, they said that shit like 4 times. They said that 4 times, man. You gotta move this back. Let's go.
We're gonna get into today, man, because when you look deeper into the details, it's definitely not looking good for bro, man. So we're gonna tap into this right now. Before we do, gang, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 30K subs. We're gonna hit this by the end of this video if y'all tap in. Make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever I post, y'all tune in and go tap into that Houston situation. Imprint Darkroom, Texas at 13. David Anthony Burks into that right now in the next chapter.
Eyewitness News reporter Ashley Mackey live in Hollywood with more on this investigation. Ashley.
Rachel, John, a very unsettling discovery here in Hollywood. Officers were initially responding to reports of a foul odor. That's when they discovered decomposing human remains in the trunk of a Tesla in this tow yard on Monday.
I'm honestly glad that they gave us the information, though, that like the people that did this like left it in Hollywood Hills. Like, that's one type of clue that we have right there. Like, the people left it in Hollywood Hills, and then the body was found. People had told me that they thought that he had marked it as stolen, but it wasn't even marked as stolen. It was just marked as abandoned. Someone just left it in the Hollywood Hills. So in my personal opinion, I could be wrong though, but I think that, imagine this scenario though, like he left it outside his house, or whoever was there like left it inside their house, to the point where like it was just left out for mad long. It's like 100 degrees at some points in the last couple of weeks in LA. But was it him though? Bro has been, you know, straight up gone on tour for like the past month.
Afternoon, just a little before 12:30, LAPD officers were dispatched to investigate the impounded vehicle. It was then that police discovered a body had been placed inside a bag inside the car. Police say the body and the car had been at the property for a couple of days. As of this morning, it's still not clear who the remains belong to, but Eyewitness News has learned that the Tesla is registered to a multi-platinum artist. David Anthony Burke, known professionally as David, is the registered owner of the Tesla. The 20-year-old musician is known for songs that have gone viral on TikTok, like Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. David is scheduled to perform in Minneapolis today.
That was what I was trying to show this whole time, bro. This is what I was trying to show.
Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. David is scheduled to perform in Minneapolis.
Why did they do him like this? Like, why do they have the video of him like trying to do the flip at Coachella? If you don't really know, bro was basically trying to do a flip at Coachella and then he fell. And then this was like embedded into the news.
Homicide and Here With Me. David is scheduled to perform in Minneapolis today.
Why did they add this in here? I'm just, as a non-biased person, I'm just saying, like, y'all don't find it a little bit crazy, like how the news like works, how the news is like kind of propaganda. Like it will like literally, this could be a whole separate scenario that has nothing really to do with him, you know? But like
his Withered World Tour that began last month. He will also stop in Los Angeles on September 20th. We've reached out to David's representative.
LAPD is investigating the gruesome discovery of a body inside of an impact.
So there's not really that much information really going on about that. And it's just something that's a little crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. If you in this chat, let me know what y'all think about that. But there's another scenario that I also want to talk about that's super crazy. It's a YNW Bortlen situation. So YNW Bortlen is YNW Melly's like co-defendant. Well, what once co-defendant. And he ended up taking a plea, and it's going to involve basically testifying on YNW Melly. I want to see a lawyer react to this, man. Like, here, let's see. I wish there was an actual lawyer. If there's like a good like lawyer page or something like that.
Creating custom clothing labels with
I wish like Bruce Rivers or whatever his name is was still in the game. I mean, he is still in the game, but like RIP his son.
Yeah, let me go back on the record. This is on the top of my page 5, State versus Cortland Henry, 19-1871 CF10A and 23. 10643 CF10A. I've got Ms. Collins, Mr. Griffiths present for the state.
So this is YNW Bortlen,
Mr. Haddad, Mr. Nascimento present for Mr. Henry, who likewise
for the shooting that YNW Melly apparently.
So I had set this afternoon for the deadline as to whether or not Mr. Henry wanted to accept the state's.
So at 1:45 today Eastern time, YNW Bortlen, he essentially had a he had up to 1:45 today to basically decide if he wanted to take a plea or not in the YNW Melly shooting case. Man, if y'all been tapped into this channel for mad long, then y'all probably know the YNW Melly shooting case is super crazy. And he basically is a co-conspirator in this whole case. However, in the actual case of YNW Melly, he was just the person that was just I don't even think he was at the shooting. He just assisted in the shooting. And they gave him the option of either life in prison for a plea deal or 16 years. He already served 4, or it was like 16 years, 10 years probation. No, 10 years in jail and then 6 years of probation or something like that. Here, I'm going to give a little background right here. The update comes as YNW Melly remains behind bars while awaiting his trial for the alleged murders of YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. Cortland YNW Bortlen Henry has accepted a plea deal just one day before jury selection was selected to begin in the case regarding the alleged murders of Christopher YNW Juvie and Anthony YNW Sack Chaser Williams. There's a video of the dad. Here we go.
Mr. Henry, do you understand the offer that the state is making to you?
I don't know what's up with this like music. I don't know if it's copyright or not.
Okay, the 16 years, 3 months. That's shape. So I'm going to pause on it at this point, Mr. Henry. It's going to give you some time, whether that be tonight or also over.
Bro got 24 hours to think about basically if he wanted to keep his friend. Would y'all stay in prison with your friend for life and be besties from the jail? Or are y'all going to be out here and actually like take this 16 years? Because he got the choice. He could stay in, and we're going to, keep in mind, we're going to be streaming this YNW Melly trial again because it's all live and we're going to have this. But what would you do? Like, obviously, I would not do the crime, but like people were calling him a snitch basically because of the fact that he didn't want life in prison.
Weekend to talk to your lawyers about it. Make sure they answer all your questions. Talk to your family about it so you can make a decision as to what you want to do. Now, let me explain this to you, sir. I can't make the state make you an offer.
I don't know if this beat is like copyright or not, but like it's kind of crazy, bro. It's crazy how they did, bro.
And I can't make you accept any offer. I'm just the referee, okay? This is a business decision between you, your lawyers, and the state. And if you want...
This is yesterday, by the way. Like I said, he got the actual option to try to like fight this case with YNW Melly. Bro didn't want to do it.
I'll accept it and resolve both cases that way. That's fine with me. And if you want to have a trial of both cases, that's fine with me too. It doesn't matter.
Dude, this beat is like so ass. I'm not even.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This video is gonna be about 6 to 7 minutes long. I want you.
Alright, so bro's video. Shout out this dude, man. Shout out Juvie Dad fight YNW Bortlen. I mean, this was 2 days ago actually. So this is actually footage from it. I'm gonna let him explain a little bit. This is a good video. I'm gonna like this.
He lucky they ain't charging with a RICO. They charging him with a double bodies.
Bro said Young Thug would say he's a rat. Nah, on me, Young Thug would be like, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-fucking-doo. Isn't that what he said? Remember when we watched that shit? Bro was like, whoop-de-doo, we get life in jail, bro. What? This is footage of them right before the actual shooting. If you didn't know, this is the car that they actually got shot in. And it basically, I mean, this footage is mad grainy. I can't tell what the hell is going on. I just see some like Florida ad just like walking around. I think that's one of the dudes who got shot. And that's another dude right there. I was looking for the clip of his dad. Dude, this is almost like what, like 5 years from now? 5 years ago at this point? But no, this is 29. Dude, this is mad long ago. Keep in mind too that they lost this, or they didn't lose, but they had this case previously. And like, it just was like, he ended up like, I need to find that clip of YNW Juvie's dad. But let's keep going.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes? All right.
Bro, they got the sticks. That's the secret handshake. That's where they had the sacrifice. Nah, I have to play this though. This is 1090 Jake and what he's saying basically on it.
For the agreement you made with the state, your maximum exposure here was life in Florida State Prison, followed by 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 life in
Bro, they were giving him like 15 lives.
Florida State Prison, followed by 75 years in Florida State Prison. Sir, lastly, the state wants to take a profit from you or have a discussion.
They said life in Florida State Prison, followed by 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 75 years.
Ask you some questions about whatever that may be.
Man, if you haven't heard, let me be the first to tell you the streets are dead. YNW Bortlen just took a plea deal for 10 years.
If you needed 1090 Jake to sit here and tell you that the streets are dead, you're either in jail or you're like either like a crash out to the point where no one wants to be around you, bro, because the streets have been dead for a while. In case you haven't been watching, bro, every single crime syndicate out here snitching. And it didn't even start with these rappers, bro. These rappers are not like, I mean, some of them are not snitching. Like Doug said, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-fucking-doo. But like, bro, even the Italian mob was snitching on each other.
By 6 years of probation. But he has to proffer against YNW MELLY. And what that means is he's going to sit down with the prosecutors and tell them the whole truth and nothing but the truth about how he helped kill his two friends. And essentially, he's going to help bury MELLY alive.
So, sir, again, before the agreement you made with the...
You heard it here from 1090 Jake. The proffer. All of them basically pulling up, man. That's crazy, bro. Because if you remember the beginning of this whole trial... Let's see what Sidney Nash has to say. Oh, did he find the actual video? Oh, no.
So we're going to start this off real quick with an exclusive, baby, from my boy, Bryson Boom Paul, man. Y'all go give him a follow over there on Twitter, all right? On the deal and ruling, Haddad said, this is basically Nasiament.
So, like, because of this whole situation, he also said that he was going to plead. And he was going to actually get people to understand what YNW MELLY did. So YNW MELLY is more than likely cooked. I'm not even going to lie. It's definitely not looking good. Like, I personally think that he's probably going to get all those lives. He's probably been cooked for, like, mad long at this point. I'm trying to find... Let's see.
What has been already provided to your honor?
Let me go back on there.
He's already got it. That's labeled up there.
All right, let me go back on the record. This is State versus Cortland Henry, 19-1871 CF10A and 23-10643 CF10A. I continue to have Ms. Collins, Mr. Griffiths present for the state. Mr. Haddad present for Mr. Henry, who continues to be present. State, yes.
As a formality, state move at this point, what has been provided to your honor?
State versus Cortland Henry, 19-1871 CF10A and 23-10643 CF10A. I continue to have Ms. Collins, Mr. Griffiths present for the state. Ms. Collins, Mr. Griffiths present for the state. Mr. Haddad present for Mr. Henry, who continues to be present. State, yes.
As a formality, state move at this point, what by stipulation of parties?
Yeah. Can't with these ads, man. Bro said whoop-de-doo.
You have no other evidence or witnesses or testimony you want to present today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Henry, listen, I'm going to put you under oath and ask you some questions, okay? It's only going to be as it relates to the state's offer, and it's only as to make sure that you understand the state's offer and you understand.
He's at this point, they're putting him under under the oath, and their judge is asking him questions.
And the charges that you're facing here. We're not going to talk about anything else. So just listen to my questions and answer the questions, okay? Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, you can put your hand down. Please state your full name. How old are you? How far did you go in school? Do you read and understand the English language? Are you presently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
Bruh, bro looks terrible.
Have you ever been treated for a mental illness? Are they giving you any medication in the jail right now? All right. How are you feeling this morning? Your head is clear? You understand what's going on? All right, so Mr. Henry, listen, you got 2 cases. I'm going to go one at a time. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, right now, you're charged as follows.
He had 2 cases, bro. These charges are crazy, and look at what the actual, like, length of his sentences was actually going to be.
Counts 1 and 2 is murder in the first degree with a firearm. Those are capital felonies.
Keep in mind, too, he got these crazy charges. This dude was not even there. Like, he was just assisted with this, and they're still charging him with the murder.
Which means it's a mandatory life sentence. If you first degree with a firearm, those are capital felonies, which means it's a mandatory life sentence. If the jury convicts you of count 1 or count 2 as charged, that's life in Florida State Prison. I have no discretion. Count 3 and count 4 are accessory after the fact.
He would have gotten, this is before, keep in mind, this is yesterday. If he had tried to fight this, there's people that have fought cases like this and literally got like 500 years afterwards. Look at Tory Lanez. They gave him a plea deal of like just 1 year. And I guess if he had to end up taking that plea deal, he would have been like completely cooked.
To murder in the first degree, those are each first degree felonies. The maximum penalty for each of those is 30 years in Florida State Prison, okay? In your other case, which is case number 23-10643 CF10A, you're charged as follows. Count 1 is tampering with a witness in a capital felony. That is punishable by life in Florida State Prison, all right?
Bro, he tampered
the maximum penalty.
He tampered a witness too? That's crazy, bro. He got witness tampering also, because I know YNW Melly got witness tampering because he basically like called someone or something that was a witness. That's life in prison if you're convicted.
Count 2 is directing the activities of a criminal gang. That's a first degree felony punishable by life. So the maximum penalty there is also life in Florida State Prison. Count 5 is conspiracy to commit tampering. And again, as it's charged, that is also a life felony. The maximum penalty is life in Florida State Prison. And lastly, count 7 is unlawful use of a two-way communication device. As that's charged, it's a second degree felony. The maximum penalty is 15 years in Florida State Prison. So right now, as to all the charges that you're facing, the maximum possible penalties are as follows. It's life in Florida State Prison, followed by life in Florida State Prison, followed by life in Florida State Prison, followed by life in
Bro, do you hear this?
Florida State Prison, followed by life in Florida State Prison, followed by 75. Maximum possible penalties are as follows.
Is he misreading something, bro?
It's life in Florida State Prison, followed by 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 75 years in Florida State Prison.
Bro! Life, followed by life, followed by life, followed by life, followed by 75 years? Bro, what would Young Thug say? Young Thug would be like, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-fucking-doo. Nah, hell nah, bro. He did not want to stay and do that time. He did the crime. He's not staying and doing the time.
Do you understand the charges and the maximum possible penalties involved? Okay. So, Mr. Henry, the state is telling me that they're extending an offer to you, and the offer is as follows. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, they're going to null process or drop counts 1 and 2, both first-degree murder charges. Okay.
Bro, this is a crazy offer, bro. This is a crazy offer. Bro said
Navan is a business travel booking platform that slashes your travel costs. With Navan, employees book their own trips, while customizable policies guard your budget. They're also incentivized.
This is a very sad situation, so I ain't even trying to like laugh or nothing like that. But, bruh, they're doing him so dirty.
Change for that, as to counts 3 and 4, in that case, the accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree. You're going to plead no contest to both of those. And as to the 4 counts in case number 23-10643 CF10A, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 of those counts. And in exchange for all of that, the state is offering that I would adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to the bottom of your sentencing guidelines, which is 195.45 months.
Bro, 105 months instead of life on life on life on life. Melly is I wouldn't even say Melly is cooked, bro. Melly is overcooked.
About 16, it's a shade over 16 years and 3 months. 16 years and 3 months. All of those sentences will run concurrently, that is at the same time with each other, I would give you credit for all the time that you have served, understanding that you have a lot less credit time on the 23 case because it's a newer case. So that is what would be controlling, whatever credit time you have on the 20.
Bro, so he basically said that they'd all be running concurrent. So they'd all be running together. Who care about him doing him dirty? Look what he did. I mean, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I really don't care. I'm not one of these people that are like, yo, like, he's snitching or whatever. Like, we got 1090 Jake over here putting like, oh, the streets are a myth. The streets, man, fuck the streets. These niggas killed. Well, honestly, I mean, he didn't really do anything. I'm trying to find the video of like what his dad said, because he didn't really even do nothing. Like, he didn't actually do anything.
3 case.
He just
you can subtract that from
after the fact. He didn't shoot anyone. He didn't go. He was just after the fact.
100.
I think he actually has more time on the 23 case than the 19 case out of custody.
Oh, okay. Well, whichever case you have more time, less time in custody, that's what would happen. And you get the credit for all the time that you've served. And again, that sentence would be 16 years, a shade over 16 years, 3 months in Florida State Prison. I would have to order restitution. The state would tell me the amount of that restitution. That restitution will be joint and several with any of your other co-defendants.
I'm trying to find this video of like YNW Juvie's dad, bro. I cannot find it.
If any of the other co-defendants were convicted at trial or entered pleas. In other words, the restitution only has to be paid once, but each person is responsible for 100% of it. All right, but as soon as it's paid.
Yeah, you got to pay for killing people for real.
Paid. I would have to impose mandatory court costs in each case, and I would have to impose a mandatory cost of prosecution in each case, which is $100. So.
We saying free Melly, y'all?
Mr. Henry, do you understand the offer that the state is making to you? Okay, the 16 years, 3 months, a shade more. So I'm going to pause on it at this point, Mr. Henry. It's going to give you some time, whether that be tonight or also over the weekend, to talk to your lawyers about it, make sure they answer all your questions, talk to your family about it so you can make a decision as to what you want to do. Now, let me explain this to you, sir. I can't make the state make you an offer, and I can't make you accept any offer. I'm just the referee, okay? This is a business decision between you, your lawyers, and the state. And if you want to...
Bro, they put it to him plainly, but I wonder, are they going to actually say, like, what it is that you have to do with your actual offer?
Accept it and resolve both cases that way, that's fine with me. And if you want to have a trial in both cases, that's fine with me too. It doesn't matter to me in any way, shape, or form. But whether it be tomorrow, when I see you tomorrow, and then Ms. Wilcox, she already has tomorrow at 9 o'clock, that'll remain on. But I'll put them on both cases as well next Tuesday, which is September the 9th. Let's just call it 1:30 in the afternoon. September the 9th at 1:30 in the afternoon, we'll call it trial status in both cases. That's when we're gonna have to finish this conversation, Mr. Henry, and you're gonna have to tell me that you understand the offer that
he understood the offer, bro. Like y'all said, they were putting up LeBron numbers, bro. They were putting up like Steph Curry numbers. They were putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. They said life after life after life after life after life. The water's over there.
State's making, that your lawyers have answered your questions about it, and then you're gonna have to tell me what your decision is, whether you want to accept the offer or whether you want to reject the offer. Mr. Henry, one additional thing that I like to talk to people who are sitting in this situation that you're sitting in right now and have this conversation is as follows. The reason that I'm doing this is because I want the record to be clear what the state's offer was, and the record to be clear that you understood it and that you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about it.
Bro, the state's offer was basically bury him under the jail. Like, I would have rather gotten the electric chair. I would have rather gotten death by firing squad than life after life after life after life after life, followed by 75 years. You're not getting out of jail, and the dust that you once were is not even getting out of jail.
You had enough time to talk to your family about it. You weren't under any pressure to make a decision, whatever you thought was in your best interest. Because it goes kind of like this.
Bro said, what is in your best interest?
And I'm sure your lawyers can speak to it better than I can. If you accept the state's offer, that's fine. And again, if you don't accept it, that's fine too. But if you don't accept it, in one of these trials...
Bro, you have to be a goddamn... I don't even know what you'd have to be. All these white lawyers don't know anything. They like Melly so much, and these rappers, it over Bortlen has to tell everything. That's true, though. Bortlen is going to have to tell everything. Like, he's going to explain it, and I feel like it's going to really just give the family closure. Like, I feel like it's something that should be honestly done, bro.
Doesn't go your way, and you end up with life in Florida State Prison, which is a mandatory sentence on a lot of these counts. Usually, people in that situation, then they'll file what's called a motion for post-conviction relief, and they'll say, hey, Judge, my lawyer never told me. I didn't know that I could resolve all this for 16 years and 3 months. And if they would have told me that, I would have done it. And now I'm sitting here with a life sentence. So that's the reason I'm having this conversation now. So the record's going to be crystal clear on that issue. If it doesn't go your way,
I'm taking this 100% of the time. I'm not capping. I'm taking this. Yeah, I have seen that. The YouTube lawyers, these white YouTube lawyers, really do love Melly. I don't even know. I don't understand why. Like, I don't know if it's something having to do with like, just like being a defense attorney or something like that. But they really just love him. They're like out here like really vouching for bro.
That argument's not going to be available to you to come back and say, hey, my lawyers didn't tell me about this or I didn't know about this. So that's why I'm talking to you about it now. So, Mr. Henry, do you have any questions for me about the maximum possible penalties involved or what the state's offer is to you as we're talking about it right now? Okay. All right. So I'm going to pause on that part of the conversation, and we'll finish that other part of the conversation either tomorrow or next Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to leave you on for tomorrow, all pending motions, which is September the 5th at 9 o'clock. I have one other matter that I need to handle prior to that with Mr. Gibson and...
My older sister is a bar lawyer in the state of Washington. No bull. She said Melly is fucked after Bortlen pleaded out. 100%. Bruh, he's like super screwed. Like, I don't know how you could even continue doing that after that point. Like, I wonder what Melly is gonna like, what he looks like. Like, I would be probably like a wreck after that type of stuff, man. I want to see... Bro was all smiles.
Starting a fashion brand shouldn't feel impossible. Other print-on-demand platforms claim to...
Okay, let me go back on the record.
That was yesterday. This is today. So let's see.
This is on the top of my page 5. State versus Cortland Henry, 19-1871 CF10A and 23-10643 CF10A. I've got Ms. Collins.
I don't even know what I'd do if I was facing this many numbers, man.
Present for the state. I've got Mr. Haddad, Mr. Nascimento present for Mr. Henry, who likewise is present. So I had said this afternoon...
40 and parole would be crazy. 40, I mean, like, that's a crazy amount of years, but just judging by the fact of what they were about to give Bortlen, which was life after life after life after life after life, I feel like, yo, like 40 years would be like, I mean, it could happen, I guess, if they don't have like, if they don't have any like concrete evidence, because there's no one else that even got caught with this crime at all.
Set the state's offer or not. We're set to go to jury selection tomorrow morning. So Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento going forward.
Best believe we are going to be covering the YNW case like all week. There's jury selection tomorrow and stuff. So the trial is about to start, and it's going to be during the day.
Is it the same terms that you discussed previously? Is there anything different?
No, Your Honor, that has changed. It's corrected a bunch of pre-forms.
So the pre-forms to me look like on the 19th case as to the 2 counts of accessory after the fact, as well as to all 4 counts in the 23 case. These are going to be adjudications, 10 years Florida State prison, followed by, that's a 6 years probation.
That's correct.
6 years probation. All counts are run concurrently. All sentences run.
Bro took that deal. He took that deal. Smart man.
Currently with one another. It looks like there's no restitution in the 23 case. In the 19 case, I'm reserving restitution and ordering the payable. That's going to be to Terry Bagley as well as Ashley Phillips.
Yes, sir. We've spoken to them, and they don't anticipate there being any restitution just because.
Okay, so I'll give you 120 days to tell me the amount.
Yes, sure. They are present as well, too, so our draft has a form.
I wonder, are they going to actually say, like, what the terms of his actual, like, situation, his agreement is? Because if you know, dude, this dude looks like a whole Wednesday Addams character, bro. No bat, bro. Bro literally looks like Lurch.
Okay. As of today, they said there was none.
All right, and state, is that the complete term? That's it?
He's also going to be giving it.
YNW Melly, though, is completely cooked, man. Like, y'all say goodbye to your favorite artist. I mean, bro hasn't dropped music in mad long. Bro had murder on his mind. Bro had crime on his mind. Bro had trying to get out of prison on his mind.
Rocker, Your Honor, at a later time.
Well, is that part of the negotiated resolution?
Bortlen was smiling like fuck Melly. And yeah, they said everything he has to do. Nah, he was, bro. He was smiling. That's what I'm trying to get to that part also.
Sure. Sure. Come on. Madam Corporal, this is not on.
Bro was all grinning and shit. They're probably saying like his information right there.
Mr. Henry, I'm going to put you under oath, and I'm going to ask you some questions. If I ask you something you don't understand, please let me know. I'll try to ask you a better question, okay? As loud as you can so the court reporter can get down all the answers, okay? Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down. Please state your full name.
This is way worse than Gunna. Bro, this is like, people were making Gunna. Maybe this is what Kendrick meant when like this makes Gunna look like a saint. Because this is completely cooking YNW Melly. He's never getting out.
How old are you? How far did you go in school? Do you read and understand the English language? Are you presently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Have you ever been treated for a mental illness? Are they giving you any medication in the jail right now? How are you feeling this afternoon? Your head is clear? You understand what's going on this afternoon? You understand you're resolving 2 pending felony cases this afternoon? Right. Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento, have you seen or heard Mr. Henry say or do anything which would call into question in your mind whether he understands what's going on?
Nothing at all.
Bro definitely understands what's going on, man. Bro understands that he's not trying to have life after life after life after life after life. That's like 100% of the time.
All right, so Mr. Henry, it's 2 cases, sir. I'm going to go one at a time. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, this is before.
I just won $60,000 for my car crash.
Why are the ads like so loud and then the freaking video was like hushed
You made the mistake. Before the deal you made with the state. You were charged as follows. Counts 1 and 2 is murder in the first degree with a firearm. Those are capital offenses. The maximum and mandatory penalty is life in Florida State prisons. Counts 3 and 4 are accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree. Those are each first degree felonies. The maximum penalty is 30 years in Florida State prison.
So that's already a life plus 30 years.
In case number 23-10643 CF10A, you're charged in count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony. That is punishable by life in Florida State prison. Count 2, directing the activities of a criminal gang. That's a first degree penalty. Again, punishable up to life in Florida State prison. Count 5 is conspiracy to commit tampering. Again, as it relates to a first degree murder charge, that is punishable by a maximum penalty of life in Florida State prison. And count 7, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. As charged, that's a second degree felony. The maximum penalty is 15 years in Florida State.
Bro putting up Will Chamberlain numbers. Life after life after life after life.
So, sir, again, before the agreement you made with the state, before the deal you made with the state, your maximum exposure here was life in Florida State prison, followed by life in Florida State prison, followed by life in Florida State prison, followed by life in Florida State prison, followed by
Bro is happy as a motherfucker right now. He's like, hell no, I'm not doing that for you.
Life in Florida State prison, followed by 75 years in Florida State prison. Sir, do you understand all the pending charges and the maximum possible penalties involved? And it's my understanding that you want to resolve both cases today. Is that correct?
Dang, he resolved, man.
And that resolution is an agreement you've reached with the state, the terms of which are as follows. Number 1, in the 19 case, you're going to plead no contest to both counts of accessory after the fact.
Oh, my goodness.
In the 23 case, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 counts as charged. In exchange for that, the state is going to null process, that is, drop the 2 first-degree murder cases. All right, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Yes, sir.
Bro said, I'm resolving this today. I'm leaving here with something.
What's happening with that?
That would be no problem.
So he's only going to plead to the tampering with a witness in a capital felony, conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device?
Just the tampering and unlawful use.
Just count 1 and count 7.
Correct.
State, you're going to null process count 2 and count 5.
Correct.
As it relates only to Mr. Henry.
Correct.
Okay. So,
what does that mean, man?
Mr. Henry, what it's going to be is 2 counts of accessory after the fact, tampering with a witness in a capital felony, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. In exchange for that, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on the 2 accessory counts as well as the tampering count. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in Florida State prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting.
10 years, followed by 6 years, 16 years.
Probation. In the unlawful use of a two-way communication device, that's a second-degree felony. The maximum exposure.
It's a third regard.
It's the second as charged, I believe. It's a third, except as it relates to a capital case. But happy to look it up.
We discussed, so.
Well, what did you want the negotiated sentence to be for that?
That was just going to be the maximum time.
5 years? Is that what you're going to do?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so, sir, as to that count, it's going to be adjudication of 5 years in Florida State Prison. So the 2 accessory counts as well as the temporary count, those come with 6 years of reporting probation after the Department of Corrections sentence. I'll give you credit for all the time that you've served in both cases. All of those counts will run concurrently. All those sentences will run concurrently. All counts in all cases, that is at the same time with each other. I'm going to have to impose mandatory court costs. I'm going to order restitution payable to Terry Bagley and payable to
They didn't
Ashley.
really say like what he has to do in this whole situation, but like it's not looking good.
Phillips and reservists to the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of that restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back that restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution hearing. Sir, lastly, and I want to make it very clear on the record, and it's unrelated to this negotiated change of plea, I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you.
So that's exactly right there. So the state wants to take a proffer from him. Basically, this is what we're going to go over right now, what our actual proffer is. Bortlen is going to proffer, meaning he's going to tell all in exchange for the plea deal that the state offered, which took 2 life sentences off the table. He will serve 10 years in jail, followed by probation.
Ask you some questions about whatever that may be. What I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you negotiated is the deal you negotiated, and that's the ballgame. Do you understand all that, sir? In other words, whatever you understand.
I guess the deal that he has here, like, it doesn't have any bearing on him. But obviously he can't lie or else he's going to have like hella life sentences.
There is. I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you negotiated is the deal you negotiated, and that's the ballgame. Do you understand all that, sir? Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? They've answered all your questions? You're sure that that's what you want to do? Because I want to emphasize, Mr. Henry, and I'm going to do this again at the end of my plea colloquy, whether you resolve the case by way of a negotiated plea or an open plea to me, or you resolve the case by way of a trial, it doesn't matter to me at all. But due to the resources that have been devoted to this case, I have 250 jurors summoned for jury duty starting tomorrow.
Dude, they had to use stupid resources. And it's like, keep in mind, all these people for jury duty are getting paid like $10 an hour. In California, you get paid $10 an hour. In Florida, you're probably getting paid $3 an hour. You're probably making more making license plates and shit in prison.
So I want to be very thorough with you here this afternoon because...
Man, if you on this, like, comment, subscribe, join, and check out my latest video. You already know, man. Brought to you by Stay Safe Motherfucking World. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tap in. You can follow on Twitch also if you want to. I feel like Twitch has a little bit of a better streaming. So
if you wake up tomorrow or the next day and you decide you changed your mind and you want to resolve this case, both cases, by way of a jury trial, that's not going to happen. All right? If you want to have a trial, the trial starts tomorrow.
Why would you wake up randomly one day and want to like take away your plea and try to like solve this shit through trial when they were trying to put you life after life after? They're doing anything but giving him the lethal injection, bro. He needs to have the death penalty if he loses.
If you want to accept the deal, you can accept the deal today. But there's not going to be any buyer's remorse, in other words, because I've given you plenty of time to think about this, talk to your lawyers about it, talk to your family about it. I talked to you about it last week.
Yo, bro, geeked right now, bro. This man is like, cannot.
Kind of looks like the lawyers probably did something or other to get a better disposition for you as of this afternoon, but this is it today. So understanding all that, you've had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that, that's what you want to do? So, sir,
I'm not 100% familiar with what happens, but like, what, like, is his life in danger in prison? Like, it's one thing, like, bro's gonna have to survive in prison, but it's like not that much time. They said they're giving him time served. He was already in there for 4 years altogether. And then, like, so what? He needs 10 years basically altogether. So half of that, so what, like 5 years or something? That's when he's gonna get out. People be like, yo, the prison math on Instagram be crazy, bro. They be like, oh, he had 4 years time served. He got sentenced to 16 years minus half. Cause you only have to do like half your time. Yeah, he's getting out tomorrow.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you into entering these pleas? If I accept your pleas, there will not be a trial in either one of these cases. Do you understand that? If I accept these pleas, there's a whole bunch of constitutional rights you are giving up. I want to make sure you understand all of those rights. You have the right to maintain your plea of not guilty and have a trial in each.
Dang, you giving up mad constitutional rights at this?
Case. You have the right to present defenses, to file motions and other pleadings in support of your defense. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have the state prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses.
You have the right to remain silent. So there's another theory that a lot of the YNW Melly people basically have, like the fans that are saying that, I don't even know if they're YNW Melly fans. These are just people on the internet. They're basically saying that he's going to like not say anything on the stand and just be like posted up and just use his right to remain silent. I haven't heard anything here that says like, I mean, obviously if he lies, he's going to be completely cooked and get all those life
against you. You have the right to appeal any decisions that I may have made up to this point or any rulings I might make in a future trial. But understanding by entering this negotiated resolution today, you are giving up all of those rights. The matter is going to be resolved today, right now, this afternoon. Is that what you want to do? Are you satisfied with your lawyers? Have you had enough time to speak with them?
Yo, bro's lawyer team is on some other shit, bro. His lawyer's definitely going home sleeping good at night, bro.
Have they answered all your questions? Are you satisfied with all the work that they have done for you? Sir, I've got two identical plea forms here entitled Plea of Guilty or No Contest to Criminal Charges in Circuit Court. Each one has your name on the top, your initials on the left-hand side, front and back, and your signature on the back. Did you go over both of these forms? Any questions about what's on either of these forms? And is that your signature on the back of each form? Sir, there's a few things that I need to tell everyone that I take a plea from. They may or may not apply to you. If you are not a citizen
of
the United States, these pleas will result in your deportation. Do you understand that?
Bro would get deported. I think he's a citizen.
Under the provisions of the Jimmy Rice Act, if the offenses to which you are pleading are sexually violent or sexually motivated offenses, or if you've been previously convicted of such offenses, then these pleas will subject you to an involuntary civil commitment as a sexually violent predator upon completion of your sentences. Do you understand that?
Bro, I hope you're not a sexually violent predator. I think he didn't do any of that, though.
If these are
Yo, on for real though, like I feel like people need to realize too, like everyone be like, I don't know what would happen in jail, but I know that like in jail, yeah, he has a danger of getting murdered because he's a snitch, but probably like the street stuff is like so fried, like people make it a thing to not be in protected custody and stuff, and like obviously not be a snitch. But it's like, yo, you're really gonna give that to your whole life? Bro probably found a new lease on life. Bro probably found God or something in jail. Damn.
Drug offenses, the Department of Motor Vehicles will revoke your driver's license for a period of 1 year. Do you understand that? Sir, paragraph 11 of each form that you signed reads as follows. I acknowledge that my attorney and I have reviewed any discovery disclosed by the state. My attorney and I are unaware of any physical evidence for which DNA may exonerate me. In other words, sir, if there's any physical evidence in the case that we could test for DNA, that DNA evidence would not tell me that you were not one of the people in that vehicle when these crimes occurred. But actually the opposite would be true. If there was any such physical evidence that could be tested for DNA, that DNA evidence would tell me that you were one of the two people that was in.
So what does that mean?
Inside this vehicle when these crimes occurred. Sir, do you agree with that statement? State, do you agree with that statement? Yes, defense, do you agree with that statement?
I mean, they probably would have already known and found the DNA if he had something to do with it.
Mr. Henry, understanding everything that I have talked to you about up to this point, do you still want to go ahead and resolve both cases today?
Yes, bro wants to get out of there.
Right now. Defense, is he stipulating to a factual basis for the purpose of each plea in both cases?
Yes.
And if he's entitled to a PSI defense, are you going to waive that as to each case?
Absolutely.
Real, bro. Bro got to do what he got to do, man. You got to do what it is. You got to do what it does.
State, is there anything else that you need me to do before I take this plea? Okay. So, Mr. Henry, again, two cases. We're going to do one at a time. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, as to count 3, accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree, and as to count 4.
Is that his family? They're like, yeah, we can. Who's that guy?
Accessory after the fact as to murder in the first degree. How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? In case number 23, 10643 CF10A, as to count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony, and count 7, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not...
Man, if you want this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I already said it before, but like this vid. Go check out my other vid too that I just dropped today on David, who basically could have caught a body also. I'm not done though. I'm saying after this. Don't leave now, man. But make sure you tap in. If you just joining us, like, comment, subscribe. Yo, hit me on Twitch and stuff too, because I'm streaming on Twitch at the same time of this, and sometimes the interface be like a little bit smoother than YouTube for real, but I do be fucking with YouTube.
I will accept your no contest pleas as to each. I'm going to find a factual basis to support each based upon my review of each electronic probable cause affidavit as well as your stipulation in court here today. I'm going to further find that you have freely, voluntarily, and intelligently waived your rights, that you have knowingly entered each plea with the...
We're going to talk about Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist after this.
Advice of competent counsel who you've told me that you are satisfied with, that you understand the nature of the charges and the consequences of the plea. Accordingly, and pursuant to the negotiated agreement, I will sentence you as follows. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, as to count...
going home. Demon home.
3 and count 4. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation.
So yeah, it was 10 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years reporting probation. So what? And then people be like, yeah, minus double, carry the 2. He's coming home tomorrow.
I will impose mandatory court costs. Pursuant to 943.325, I will need a set of your prints and DNA. Pursuant to 938.27, I will impose a cost of prosecution of $100.
He out of there. You got to do what you got to do. Y'all telling me, y'all taking 100 years for the bros? Imagine taking 100 years for a situation that you weren't even a part of. Like, you didn't want no part in this. We don't even know what he wanted to do.
Sir, I'm also ordering restitution in that case payable to Terry, T-E-R-R-I Bagley, B-A-G-L-E-Y, and Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y Phillips, P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, and reserving as to the amount.
How much is restitution in a murder case?
I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of the restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution here. That will conclude that. In case
bro probably about to lose all the money for the rest of his damn life, bro.
Number 23-10643 CF10A. As to count 1 and count 7, I will adjudicate you guilty. Count 7 is a sentence of 5 years in Florida State Prison. Count 1 is a sentence of 10 years in Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years of reporting probation. I will impose mandatory court costs in that case as well. I will not impose the cost of prosecution in that case as I just did so in the previous case. Pursuant
bro was definitely overcooked, man.
To 943.325, I will need another set of both prints and DNA. All of these, there is no restitution in that case. All of these sentences, all count.
Y'all better play your favorite YNW Melly song, man.
Both cases will run concurrently. That is at the same time with each other. I will give you credit for all the time that you have served.
What would Young Thug say? Whoop-de fucking do.
State, in 19-1871 CF10A, your announcement as to counts 1 and 2.
The state announcing no process to this counts, Your Honor.
And in case number 23-10643 CF10A, state your announcement as to count 2 and count 5.
The state announcing no process to this counts as well.
Okay. I think that concludes all the matters. State, is there anything else that you need me to do regarding Mr. Henry in either case?
Mr. We just have one moment.
Demon home. Where did this go, bro? Did this freeze?
I'm looking at the plea forms. The 23 case, they have 707 days credit for time served. In the 19 case, 1,340 days credit for time served. Credit for time served. I'm looking at the plea forms. The 23 case, they have set.
Bro, happy, and he got the grill.
Nothing else I can just have in court.
So listen, the fee hearing docket is at 3:30 p.m. So
Academics is a terrible person, bro.
I mean, I was gonna make it available if you wanted to do it now.
This ain't no bologna sandwich smile. This some Ruth Chris type of mug, I'm telling you.
Anything else from the defense on behalf of Mr. Henry? All right, Mr. Henry, I'm not quite sure how your lawyers managed to do this, but I wish you good luck, sir. Yeah, he'll be out, Mr. Nesmith or Mr. Haddad. We'll have a probation officer here tomorrow. He'll be on my docket tomorrow morning for instructions on probation. So I will sign all the paperwork if you want to stick around for that. We're otherwise going to be in recess till 3:30 p.m. The fee hearing docket starts at 3:30 p.m., so I'll be in recess until then.
I didn't even see bro smile. I want to see Bortlen is going to proffer, meaning he's going to tell all in exchange for the plea deal the state offered, which took. Let's see what the YNW Melly fans are saying. I bet you they're kind of in shambles. Now, where are all the motherfuckers who were swearing Bortlen wasn't going to talk? Anybody who said or thought that is wildly misinformed. The whole point of this plea is to ensure the shooter, Melly, gets convicted. Melly is cooked. Bortlen is now an eyewitness with him in the car. Don't be shocked that they offer Melly a life bid as a plea because the death penalty is still on the table. He's fucked. I'd rather get the chair than life.
And Haddad being YNW Bortlen's lawyers, all right? So on the deal and ruling, Haddad said, feel good for the kid. I've been on the case 6 years. It's a fair resolution for him. The state was fair. On what Bortlen was served, Haddad said he gets 1,000 days and another one, he gets 700 days. On the message that sets for Melly's case, Haddad said, there's no message that I see. They're two different people, two different cases. Facts are different for both. On what Bortlen will have to do and will have to testify against Melly, Haddad said a couple of questions, that is. He's not going to be a witness.
Okay, he's not going to be a witness.
On did Bortlen admit to the crime?
I mean, it makes sense that he's not going to be a witness because he wasn't even there, bro. Like, he wasn't even there for real. A little fun. Oh, let's go.
All right, let's talk YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen. He is now doing the triple Lindy. It is when you do several flips off a high dive, and he will be flipping. He is going to be tell-all about anything he knows about the double.
This dude is excited about this stuff, man. He said he will be flipping.
YNW Bortlen. He is now doing the triple Lindy. It is when you do several flips off a high dive, and he...
Bro, the triple Lindy? These maybe this is what like the other previous comment said. Bro said all the like white jurors and shit want to like, or the white lawyers are all like rooting for Melly.
Will be flipping. He is going to be tell all about anything he knows about the double case, and they will know if he's telling the truth or telling a lie when he gives his full quote-unquote confession as to what happened that evening. And that's what happened. A lot of times where guys are in the prison for 4 or 5 years awaiting trial.
I gotta remember, bro was in prison for so long, and then they had this trial. This was like one of the... Dude, this is a crazy length of trial. Bros, how long has this dude even been locked up for? Since 2019? Bro's been locked up since 2019. And he ended up getting out, and then he violated his probation, so then he went back in. And then he's been in there for so long. You really want him to give up his... People are mad at these people. It's crazy. People were mad at this guy, but obviously don't do the crime and do the time. But they were really expecting him to sit here and take 150 years for his homie is insane. What are you guys smoking to think that, bro?
And looking at a life sentence, and they're offered 10 years where they'll be home probably in another 3 years that he'll serve.
3 years? I mean, that's pretty good. He's been in hell for this whole time, bro. Bro's been posted up in damn hell.
To flip and become a cheese eater. And that's what happens a lot of times on these cases. And
he said he's going to flip and become a cheese eater.
Awaiting trial and looking at a life sentence, and they're offered 10 years where they'll be home probably in another 3 years that he'll serve. He decides to flip and become a cheese eater. And that's what happens a lot of times on these cases.
Yo, what kind of lawyer is this? Is this a legit lawyer, bro? Is this a real lawyer?
And I was expecting it to happen a lot sooner than it did. He held out for quite some time. But long story short is it looks like he's going to flip. And it makes the case on YNW Melly, depending on what he says, I anticipate he'll say that YNW Melly is responsible. But depending on what he says, it will make the YNW Melly case a lot more difficult to try. But still not impossible. I've had cases where there were several flipping witnesses where we still got a not guilty. And it's possible.
I mean, it obviously depends on what the evidence is, but he said that it could make it a lot difficult to try.
To still get a not guilty in this case. Obviously, it's going to make it a lot more difficult. He has an excellent lawyer, by the way, Fred Haddad, who's a friend of mine, and
bro said he flipped to be a cheese eater.
I know Fred would have done a very good job for him at trial. Ultimately, it is an individual's decision whether or not to become Chuck E. Cheese. And in this case, he has...
Bro, whoever was in this chat and said that the lawyers are rooting for Melly, like, I honestly was like, didn't 100% believe it. By the way, if you in this, man, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to run this, man. We're going to run this up. We're on the road to 30K subs. And check out my latest video. But this dude is literally calling him a snitch.
Become a Chuck E. Cheese. Is Chuck E. Cheese a mouse or a rat? I'm not sure. But long story short is he will be flipping, and it's going to make the case against YNW Melly a lot more difficult to win. All right, let's talk YNW Melly and...
Bro, this dude said he's going to become a cheese eater. He's going to become a mouse or a rat. He said it's going to make it more difficult to win. I want to find a little bit, like, I really wonder if this dude is a lawyer. I mean, I'm assuming he's probably a lawyer. But I want to find, like, an actual lawyer's reaction to this. Not like fucking Trenches News or some shit. This is the night that it happened. This is all them leaving the studio, and this is like the main evidence. That's YNW Bortlen right there. This is the main evidence that actually pins him to the crime. Wait, is that him? No, that isn't him. I think he's in this car. Was he even innocent? During the court Monday, prosecutors played the video of YNW Melly, his co-defendant Cortland Henley, and two men they allegedly murdered leaving the recording studio in Fort Lauderdale before the deadly shooting. Investigators believe shortly after the video was taken, YNW Melly and Henry shot the other two men, also inspiring rappers. So this is back when they believed that he actually... That lawyer we just watched said that they bit the cheese. That's the one thing we got. That's the car that got shot up, I'm pretty sure.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes, all right.
It's crazy, though, that this would be someone's final moments. At 2:18 in the morning. It's just like an endless stream of people coming in and out of the studio. Bro had hella money, but was driving in like a Mitsubishi and a Jeep. Like I said before, the Illuminati handshake that caused all of this. Is that YNW Melly's manager? I don't know if y'all ever were tapped in and saw the official documentary of him.
YNW Melly has been in jail for the last 1,438 days. For 4 years, the world has been wondering if the rapper is in fact guilty of premeditated murder, with the victims being his two best friends that he has known since elementary school. As of right now, the death penalty is a potential fate for him. But just before he got arrested, he released his collaboration with Kanye West.
It's crazy that he released this song with Kanye West right before he got arrested, but just want to give a little rundown of what it
that skyrocketed his fame. He had multiple songs generating millions of views and streams, and was on his way to being the next SoundCloud superstar. Slowly dies in it.
Nano Banana image editing is now on Artlist.
I hate these goddamn ads, man. I swear. I just want to get to the actual... Ah, yes. This is what I wanted to get to. This... I showed y'all the video of them actually getting inside the car.
His innocence. 2 weeks later, the evidence against Melly was released. Police discovered that YNW Bortlen lied about where the crime actually took place. The police used a canine to investigate the crime scene on Southwest 160th Street, which is where he reported the drive-by happened, but the dog found nothing. Officers then investigated a more rural area that they thought maybe was the crime scene, and the canine found some evidence. The dog discovered 8 .40 caliber shell casings and 2 types of glass.
This is the car that I was showing, man. That was like the last moments
that matched the front passenger and rear passenger window.
I guess they were in the front and the rear
of the Jeep. So now they know the crime scene is not even close to where it was reported. This prompted them to investigate the vehicle again, and they decided to do a trajectory analysis using rods and strings to determine flight paths of projectiles. And they confirmed that there is no way this could have been a drive-by shooting.
This is where they found out that was inside the car.
Based on the bullet paths and the wounds suffered by the victims. The police suspect that they parked the vehicle and staged a drive-by shooting before showing up to the hospital. When autopsy reports came back regarding the victims' wounds, the evidence shows the initial lethal shot occurred from inside the vehicle and was initiated from the left rear passenger side. The same
Nah, that's crazy, bro. When all this came out, it was super crazy. Like, I know people were definitely tweaking. But it just didn't make sense because they didn't have ops. They moved from a whole nother part of Florida, and they were just in the studio, casual as hell.
Position occupied by Demons, which is Melly. An intermediate wound by definition.
His name is Demons.
Would indicate a distance of 3 inches to 3 feet between the victim and the weapon. However, due to a 3-centimeter stippling pattern, the weapon was in a close proximity to Thomas's head. This would be a straight-up execution-style shot.
Damn, so he executed both of them right in front of him.
Gunshot wounds to the back of Thomas also indicates these wounds were inflicted after he was shot in the head, as the projectiles entered Thomas's back when he was leaning to the left. Evidence from the autopsy revealed that both victims' wound paths to their heads were from a left to right direction. This direction contradicts the statements made by Henry and does.
Keep in mind, Cortland Henry, aka YNW Bortlen, who ended up taking this plea deal today, he lied to them for mad times. He said he wasn't there. He said that the shooting happened in a different place. And he almost got life upon life upon life upon life. And he beat that whole case.
Does not support the statements of a drive-by shooting that occurred on the right side of the vehicle. Basically, they think Melly shot both of his friends point blank. Then they drove around trying to come up with a story, then staged a drive-by to make it look more convincing. And obviously, the police have garnered a lot of evidence to support.
Yeah, so they said that Melly was the main shooter and that Cortland just helped stage everything. But I wonder if they gave him such a crazy deal, 16 years, basically 10 years of actual jail time, but time served, and I guess you get, what, half time? So, like, he's going to get out in, like, 4 years after. He could have been threatened, though. Like, people don't even consider the fact that he could have been his life threatened. He could have gotten killed if he didn't help them. Like, you think that if he tried to help, that Melly wouldn't have smoked him, allegedly?
Support that. Because of Melly's music about guns, murder, and admitting to having another personality, Melvin, who is reckless, unpredictable, and willing to kill, he hasn't exactly made himself seem like the most innocent man in the world. Most of his fans claim that this is just art. It's too common for rappers to make songs that glorify violence.
I don't know if it's art, bro. I don't know if it's art.
The no contest plea. Nacimiento said, I think it is important to know that, one, today you did not plead guilty. He's played no.
Man, that's honestly like, crazy. Let's see what Pitchfork has to say. The Florida rapper and YNW Melly associate has been sentenced to 10 years in prison after agreeing to plead no contest to several charges in connection with the deaths of Christopher YNW Melly Thomas Jr. and Anthony YNW Sack Chaser Williams. YNW Bortlen, the Florida rapper, arrested in 2019 and accused of taking part of killing 2 members of YNW crew, has agreed to take a plea deal. Bortlen pleaded no contest to 1 count of tampering with a witness, which would have got him life after life after life after life, 2 counts of an accessory to a capital felony, and 1 count of unlawful use of one-way communication device. Basically, unlawfully using. Dude, they did so much crazy shit. Like, it's so crazy that he beat this, bro. At first, I thought that he wasn't even there. But the fact that he was a part of this situation, In exchange for his plea, prosecutors agreed to dismiss several charges against YNW Bortlen, 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of witness tampering, and directing the activities of a criminal gang. All of those would have been like multiple life sentences, and only got 16 years. YNW Bortlen, whose legal name is Cortland Malik Henry, was sentenced to 10 years in prison, which will be followed by 6 years of probation. He'll be given credit for the time served. A spokesperson for the Broward County State's Attorney's Office also said Pitchfork that Bortlen will have to give a sworn statement to prosecutors that will explain his role in alleged acts. It's important to note that Cortland pled no contest today, so he is not admitting anything, his attorney said. There is no requirement or expectation that he cooperate with the prosecution against his co-defendant in the case, nor do I anticipate that he will be called as a witness by either side. So his pleas should not be construed as an admission of any kind, nor can it be used against him or anyone else. This is exactly what they said in the whole Gunner situation where it was like, yes, man. I guess that's why they're calling it the Gunner plea. So his lawyer's saying that he pled no contest. He is not admitted to anything. There's no requirement or expectation that he cooperate with the prosecution against his co-defendant on the case, nor do I anticipate that he will be called as a witness by either side. So his plea should not be construed as an admission of any kind, nor can it be used against him or anybody else. Trial was set for tomorrow. He was facing multiple counts of mandatory life sentences. If found guilty, his plea was in his best interest to mitigate any exposure. So that's why he decided to move forward today. YNW Melly, or Bortlen, was arrested in 2019 alongside Florida artist YNW Melly and charged with first-degree murder in connection to the deaths of both of them. Was released on bond in 2020, but he returned to custody after he was charged with witness tampering in 2023. Yo, the fact that they got caught up in witness tampering is crazy, bro. I actually want to see that shit. YNW associate YNW Bortlen accused of witness tampering, bro.
The plea, y'all, but check this out. His lawyer did a little negotiating, so he didn't get.
This is his dad that we're talking about right now.
The 16, well, he got the 16, 10 in, 6 out, or 10 years in, 6 years probation. He accepted the plea, y'all, but check this out. His lawyer did a little negotiating, so he didn't get the 16. Well, he got the 16.
He didn't get the 16.
10 in, 6 out, or
10 years and 6 out.
10 years in.
By the way, this is YNW Juvy's dad. And if you're watching this stream, man, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, if you just joining in, never seen this channel before, we do rap news and shit like that. Y'all can follow me on Twitch also. I got the Twitch stream running right now. I'm streaming on both. And I'm going to start streaming on Rumble right now. But for now, man, just tap in on motherfucking YouTube or Twitch, whatever is easier. And check out my latest video. I dropped a video today on David, who just apparently murked someone.
And 6 years probation. So he got 2 years. On 10 years, you do 8.5. So he got to do like 6.5 years. And he'll be out on 6 years probation.
Bro, I wonder if you snitch or, I mean, like the lawyer said in that this is exactly what Gunna's lawyer said, bro. That this is not going to affect anyone else. They're not going to use him as a witness or anything like that. Gunna's lawyer said that, and they didn't use Gunna as a witness, but he was there and said, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. YNW Bortlen didn't have any type of scenario like that. He wasn't like, yes, ma'am. All he said that is he didn't want 500 years in jail.
And I don't know what this means for Melly case going forward, but well. He accepted the plea, y'all. But check this out.
Yo, what?
His lawyer did a little.
Kim Kardashian and Drake had a sneaky link at his luxury villa in Lake Como, Italy. Drake hints at this on his Iceman episode 3 freestyle. Lake Como, cigarette boat, cashmere socks, cashmere coats. Okay.
Negotiating, so he didn't get the 16. Well, he got the 16, 10 in, 6 out, or
Gang activity and all kinds of heinous crimes. This is all just for entertainment, and Melly is actually a good person. And when it comes to the music, it's hard to accuse
Y'all think that Melly's actually a good person and that this is just all for entertainment? Let's see what the Melly fans think, man. Let's see what they're saying. I know the Melly fans are in shambles. They're saying that Cortland was the driver because Cortland, oh yeah, I forgot. They said that Cortland was the person that actually drove them all to the hospital. This is where it went down. Photos from back here. Photos from this before. God damn, bro. Imagine your last moments are on, like, your last moments are being filmed at 2 o'clock in the morning at a recording studio somewhere in the middle of buttfuck Broward, Florida, and like you get murked. I mean, free Melly, I guess, man. Free Melly. If that's how you feeling, then free him, man. Free.
Somewhat of crimes based on that, but I think we can all agree some of his interviews and candid remarks about his alter ego Melvin make him look very suspicious. Plus, surely someone wouldn't kill their best friends, right? Well, there's absolutely nothing that indicates Melly had any beef or bad blood with Juvie, who he has known.
Well, there was something. They said that they threatened his mom or something
Since kindergarten. However, with Sack Chaser, there is some suspicion. A video surfaced on the internet of Melly's mother saying this.
Don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play those type of games. Like, what the fuck you got that I ain't got? Oh, you threaten me with your little gun? Bitch, I got big guns.
So she said Sack Chaser threatened her.
That's like a pretty incriminating video on the internet, especially when you're going through this type of shit.
Her with a gun, and also said that she has bigger guns. She was also in one of Melly's videos holding a Draco. So we can indicate from these that she might be into a more dangerous lifestyle than most mothers. Or maybe
how old is YNW Melly's mom to be waving Dracos in a video?
Maybe she was just being emotional on camera. Either way, she may have just gave the judge a reason to believe that there was a beef between Melly's mom and Sack Chaser, and that Melly would most likely defend his mother. Other than that, there isn't any strong intent for him to kill his friends, which is very important because they're trying to accuse him of.
There really isn't any intent to, like, just to show both sides of this. What is the actual intent here? Like, what exactly did he do that actually had him, like, that has people wondering that he actually did this? I'm not really sure.
Premeditated.
Like, how do we know that he actually did this?
Murder. There are tons of rumors with very little or no evidence at all. Rumors that Sack Chaser was supposed to get $200,000 when Melly signed.
That's what they said. And like, how much money was Melly actually making if they're driving like Jeep Compasses and fucking like Mitsubishi Lancers and shit like that? How are they making $200,000? Also, it doesn't make any sense to me too, because it's like, bro, Melly was actually having songs with Kanye West at this time. These dudes were not having songs with nobody. I've never heard of any of these dudes. Like, they always try to paint this picture like Melly won. I feel like it made no sense when the state was basically saying that like Melly wanted all the money for the deal, and the deal was also for YNW Juvie and Sack Chaser basically, and they were getting some of the. Why on earth would a record label give money to two niggas that don't even make good music, let alone we've never heard of their damn music at all, versus the dude that was having songs with Kanye West and videos with Cole Bennett? That shit never made sense to me, bro. Like, that shit made zero damn sense to me. How did people even come to that conclusion? That was the police like narrative throughout the beginning of this. And that's the reason why, like, the first trial for this whole situation, it was a hung jury. Like, it was either a hung jury, I think it was a mistrial. Whatever it was, it didn't go through. Nothing happened. And then we have a whole second trial basically going on, bro. It's crazy.
He didn't want to pay him. Rumors that Sack Chaser got into a fight with Melly one time and knocked him out. Even rumors that Melly and Sack Chaser were in an intimate relationship and there was jealousy. There's an alleged...
Bruh, they said that Melly and Sack Chaser were in an intimate relationship?
Video of Melly admitting to the murder, but it was just him singing Kevin Gates lyrics. There's a message he sent to a random Instagram account the night of the murder that says, "I did that," but with no context provided. But again...
I mean, if you just send that on the Yo, having a message saying I did that on the night of the actual murder, bro. Like, that's
to a random Instagram account the night of the murder that says, I did that, but with no context provided. But again, all rumors and very low evidence.
Dude, what type of context?
It seems like the prosecutors have an extremely weak case. There is no confirmed murder weapon, and there is no intent. So to charge someone for first-degree premeditated murder and seeking the death penalty, they need a very strong case. Also, keep in mind, we have no idea what Melly's defense is going to be. 4 years later, and we still have only heard one side of the story.
What is Melly's defense even? They said they never even, I don't even know if they said that someone came and shot him.
And since Melly has been locked up, his life has been rough. He pled not guilty in March of 2019. The next month, they announced that they were seeking the death penalty. He announced in June that he would be home soon and was seen in court.
Gosh. Yo, I feel like there'd be people that be like 500 years in prison that be saying, I'm coming home soon. Man, by the way, watch my video on David. If you tuned in right here, man, watch my video on David. We went over it at the beginning of the stream. I might go over it again at the end of the stream real fast. But he's what if David is the next YNW Melly?
Or Smiling. Melly vs. Melvin was his third studio album released while he was locked up, which eventually goes gold, and it spent 31 weeks on the Billboard 200 albums chart. Then in March of 2020, he's seen Smiling in court again. In April, he tested positive for COVID-19. He'll be filing a motion for a restricted release in hopes of better care due to any jails not being prepared to treat this new virus. He hopes for your support and to recover soon.
Yeah, he didn't get any.
Pray for Melly. Send positive energy to him.
He coming home soon.
Please. Despite his health, he was allegedly involved in several fights with inmates, guards, alongside inmates, etc., causing him to lose his privileges and send him to solitary confinement for 70 days. Then YNW Bortlen was granted house arrest, which is extremely uncommon for someone to get released facing the severity of these charges.
That's when we probably should have known that there was something going crazy in this scenario, bro, because he got house arrest. YNW Bortlen in like 2023 got house arrest and then violated
his team released another project in 2021, Just a Matter of Slime, which had an insane list of features, trying to hold on to the audience that is still there to support him. His physical condition got worse when it was reported that he had an abscess in his lower jaw, which is a bad chronic infection because of his diamond implants. He was denied dentist visits, a regular tooth.
Bro, he almost died.
Which is a bad chronic infection because of his diamond implants. He was denied dentist visits, a regular toothbrush or floss because they can be used as weapons. People suspected that the jail are trying to torture and break him down while he awaits this trial. In March of 2022, he filed for a speedy trial and was granted it. We thought we were going to get the answers. Then it was pushed back a month, then another, and ultimately postponed indefinitely in May of 2022 after his own defense decided to rescind their speedy trial notion. There was another report that an inmate snitched on him and said he had shanks and pipe bombs in his cell, and he was trying to escape. But when they investigated, there was nothing. However, they did find weapons in someone else's cell close to him, so they were trying to pin it on Melly. At the end of 2022, he had made multiple long posts on his Instagram begging for help, citing specific officers that are abusing their powers, mistreating him, revoking his phone access, only letting him out of his cell for 1 hour a day, watching his every move, threatening to beat him up, and making sure his family never hears.
Man, if you on this, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and you can watch on Twitch at StaySafeWorld.com. Brought to you by motherfucking Stay Safe World, man, YouTube. I'm finna drop a video in the next couple of days on the most crazy dude that I've seen in a minute. You probably seen him beefing with Bloodhound Q50, but the White Hope of St. Louis.
From him, cutting off all his communication with others and straight up torturing him. These Instagram posts let us know the type of inhumane treatment that YNW Melly is facing right now. Now, a reminder, he has not been found guilty of anything, so this treatment is definitely excessive.
The treatment is pretty messed up.
In 2023, we still do not have a trial date. 4 years, Melly has been behind bars, waiting to know his fate. The prosecutors have 600 pages of DNA, ballistic evidence, witnesses lying, Melly's own suspicious statements on social media, but they don't have a murder weapon, they don't have intent, and apparently, they don't have anyone willing to testify against him. If Melly did this, it would be considered one of the most heinous crimes in rap history, but we don't...
But yeah, they did find someone that was trying to testify him, and it was none other than his bestie, YNW Bortlen. As much as people wanted him to basically stay in jail and rot alongside his friend, he had different plans. He did the dash, and he does not give a fuck whatsoever. So, hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in. That's all I got today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. We lit, and I'm about to